Hello, welcome to the Laws of Community, everybody. Once again, I am
Welcome,
Ronald J.
welcome,
Raymond, and this is Hanna Sumrall.
Hanna Sumrall. And that is
Sorry,
me.
give me one second. My phone's being weird. I'm just resharing the live stream right now
I mean,
with
to be
everybody
fair, I need to make sure I
on
do it
my.
as well.
For some reason, it's not showing it. It's not popping up.
I absolutely love our intro and outro music.
I know every time I can't help but dance. I always dance every time.
So I'm
All
over
right,
here
well, I
wiggling.
guess for some reason I'm not able to get to it on here. It's not popping up for me.
Do we have everything
Um,
connected? I don't think we have everything connected, hun. That's the issue. So people aren't seeing us where they usually do.
oh,
Let me see if I can fix it real quick. 1 second.
yeah, it's not. It doesn't have Oasis Fundamentals Facebook on there.
Um. Uh-oh. It looks like our destinations got a little messed up. No worries. Just a technical difficulty for the moment that we will absolutely take care of. On the other
I'm
hand,
glad I had to check.
well, I mean, uh, you can go ahead. I'm gonna look at this for just 2 seconds.
Yeah. Well, hey everybody. I guess while she's figuring this out, I will talk with you guys a little bit about what today we're going over. So we don't have any guests today. I said last week, hopefully we'll have a guest. We actually decided we weren't going to have a guest this week because this week we're going over, kind of uh, the the self empowerment. Each week we kind of have it segmented out. The first week primarily goes over kind of the beginning, where we start from our roots and everything. That's kind of where we thought about bringing her in her parents as well as the faith-based organizations, because a lot of times you really got to start with your faith in order to really begin going after your vision. It's your faith, your vision that leads you where you're going. And then the second week we go over our self-empowerment a little bit more, about kind of starting within, starting um, you know really getting yourself out there and getting yourself going. So in your community, getting your community built, getting your voice out there, your vision out there, and touching your community with it, so you can build your community. The third week, it's the homeless to home free, where we talk about going from homelessness to your success, your desired success. And I interview people who have gone through homeless situations, and those who also are part of the homeless community in different ways. Like uh, we interviewed Camille, who had been both homeless, and she actually um, is part of a huge community helping provide uh, charities to children across the globe who need food and clothing. So we do talk with people on those parts as well. And then the fourth week, we like to wrap everything up with self love and really healing, and being able to then help heal your community, reaching out to be able to do that for your community and help others find the self love within themselves. So, with that being said, this week, today, we're talking more about kind of who we are once more, um, what it is that we're doing, what we're offering for our community right now. We're going to go over some of our sponsorship opportunities, as well as we're going to kind of dive more into uh, you know, who we are with our businesses and what we've been doing recently regarding those. So, is everything uh, figured out on your end yet, Hannah?
Yeah, we're not going to stop it. I'm just going to make sure I go through and share it so that way if anyone goes on the page, they should be able to see it.
Okay, here. I'm going to your
I
Crystal
think
Dragon
Johnny is
Illumination
joining
page real
us.
quick. I'm gonna share it
Are
from
you on
there.
the Oasis fundamentals? Or on your
Yeah, I
personal?
was, but it's not on there anymore. Yeah, it's not on there. It's on
But are
only
you
the YouTube. I mean, I could go to YouTube and share our YouTube
sharing
videos.
from Oasis or your personal? We do need to share our YouTube more. By the way, guys, if y'all are more on the YouTube side, we are on YouTube live. And then it also goes to the podcast platforms, multiple different platforms under Talk 4 Media, where it gets recorded and saved for I don't even know how long, but quite a while. It's saved forever online. But yeah, you can catch us on podcast, YouTube. I totally forgot what I was doing now. Sharing.
All right, here we go. I am now sharing it.
Alright, shared there, shared
Join
there.
us. Join us live for laws of community.
My throat's so dry today. But yes,
There we
we
go.
need to introduce our sponsorship opportunities. Ask once again, as always, if you guys would like to be a guest, then you are more than welcome to email us, message us on Facebook, Instagram, anywhere. And yeah, let us know you'd like to be a guest. If there's a specific segment that you would like to talk on, homeless to home free or self-love, let us know. Yeah, just hit us up and whatever works out. I'm
I
sorry,
love
you on
you.
your phone is slightly distracting.
I apologize. I'm having technical difficulties over here for some reason. Now my Facebook's being weird, like the app itself, and it wasn't even loading
Well,
everything right. So, but it happens. It happens sometimes.
what
I apologize,
what
guys.
what
We
retrograde are
are
we
doing as much. Hey, hi, Lisa. Hello. Thank you for joining us today. We appreciate you and your support for being here.
Yes, hello, Lisa Kane. And Johnny is here. Thank you for joining us, Johnny and Lisa. We appreciate you guys so much.
Yes, thank you guys for showing up and viewing. All right, here we go.
Alrighty, here we go.
We are having
Yeah.
technical difficulty. Yeah.
You don't need to put that. Come on now. Everything happens for a reason.
All
Alrighty.
right, there we go. I shared on the business account on Oasis Fundamentals.
Took you long enough.
Man.
Okay.
Technology, guys. Technology. Sometimes it's good. Sometimes it's just annoying.
Sadly, I can't go back and put in the show notes or anything. Like, hey, just skip forward. There was a lot of silence.
Yeah. But anyways, I guess with all of that being said, really got to be kind of grateful even with all these technical difficulties, because we wouldn't be here building this community with you guys if that weren't
If it
so.
wasn't
So,
for technology.
if it weren't for the technology, yeah. Um, Now, so you want to talk a little bit more on the sponsorship packages that we have?
Yeah, for
Like
sure.
actually go into detail about it?
I mean, we can go into a little bit of detail about it, but there's still some details to be worked out just because we were going to do them one way and then we're going to do them another way. So, yeah. Nonetheless, we are wanting to give you guys options. Hello, Yari. Thank you for joining us, Yari. We appreciate all the
Yes.
love and
Hello.
support. But anyways, so we wanted to offer different options for our viewers at different levels of contribution to the show, because to make our show it does cost money. And
That was a
hey, your
loud
clothes
noise.
are
I
done.
apologize, everybody. I apologize.
Your clothes are done. Sorry about that. You don't need to get up and go. I mean, it is going to keep beeping though, so nonetheless we want to give an opportunity to our our viewers, our listeners, and an option to get their name out there as well, or their brand out there, while being on our awesome show. And I actually meant to get one of our reels together today to show you guys. I don't know if you guys have seen our reels or not. I know Ron posts them enough. But anyways, one of the portions of our sponsorship would be that you are able to send us, or we can make for you. So if you don't have one, don't worry about that. It is included in the sponsorship. But yeah, a 30-second to 1 minute to 90-second ad within our show for a certain number of shows, and as well as other little perks that we'll have, such as posting about you or your business on our page. And
Thank you, Yara. You rock. Sorry, I had to.
Yes, thank you, Yari. You do. We all rock. Come on, babe.
Yeah.
But yeah. Anything you want to add to the sponsorships, or are you just gonna make me talk about them?
Well, I mean, the only reason why I really wanted you to, mention about it is because you were the one who was just really getting everything all nice and neat a moment ago.
Well,
But
yeah, that proves obviously you weren't listening to the conversation that I had.
yeah, I probably wasn't.
Anyways, sorry.
But anyways, I mean, so with our sponsorship, what we're offering basically is we're having all these different entrepreneurs, business owners, and everything come on to our show, right? And usually you only see a quick sponsorship. You know, a lot of podcasters, a lot of vloggers, and everything will have like their quick little introduction of their sponsor. But there's not normally like the sponsors, like what they specifically kind of want, and what we're willing to do is work with you to kind of tailor each of those, what you might want to put in as your ad that will be roughly 30 seconds to a minute and a half. So you can really get a good visual of your creativity to your business name and to who you are, and whether or not you're on our show, your ad will play, and uh, you'll have a little bit of a spark to the community, getting your name out there and building community for you.
So,
So
since you say be on our show as well, um, that was going to be a portion of our sponsorships. Is, you know, on certain levels of sponsorship, you get so many interviews, like multiple different interviews, or at least interview spots. So if you have someone that you wanted to have come on and interview on the show, you could also send them in your place. But yeah, that's going to be another portion that I was thinking. I mean, I thought you were down for that, right?
Yeah, I mean, it'll give more opportunity for you, absolutely, to get your name out there with this too. I mean, being able to come on and have your spot on a show and get a quick ad on however many episodes you're looking to have, um,
Because you
and
can
really
ask.
just kind of, huh?
I was just gonna say, and you can ask Blanca. We don't usually give many people free reign as to who can be our guests on the show.
Yeah, yeah, not really. I mean, I mean, we do. I mean, we're really trying to build our community, but we really want people who are doing something for their communities.
Most
We don't want people
definitely.
coming on here that are ruining their communities and don't really have anything good to say that is constructive towards community. I mean, it would be nice to hear the different outlooks and stuff from people, but if you obviously know somebody is not that pure of heart, and you want to still put them out there on the show, I mean, that's that's something that your judgment is. That's your judgment. um we're not really there to judge like that. um but I mean, we do ultimately want to build your community, and what it is I don't even know how to explain it. Like,
We
it's just,
just, I mean, before having anyone on, um, I mean, but I feel like it's just in podcasting too. Is we definitely talk to the person. We're like, okay, hey, what is your deal with community? Like, this is what the show is about. Do you actually kind of go along with the show? Um, that's what I meant.
well, yeah, like what do you have to offer? Like, what do you really have to offer for a community? You know,
Basically.
like
And I
like
think
I'm
all of
gonna have,
our
well, I was gonna say, just like, we had your parents on, like we had her parents on last week. I'm gonna have my father on here in the near future,
hopefully,
hopefully. And he's been getting big with a lot of the politics in Texas. And so, I would love to have his voice, have his point of view, and knowledge on the importance of political communities, of the different political community leaders, like, being, and the power you have as a voter, the
yep.
importance of being a voter and to vote, and all of that. I mean, it really builds your community, whether you vote or you don't vote on certain aspects that can build it up. I mean, there's some communities that don't have certain, you know, opportunities with their businesses or with their farming or anything like that because people aren't voting on those things. They're not
Uh
going
oh.
and voting, you know. So there's a lot of different communities. Why'd you say oh?
Because it did something weird, so I don't know what was wrong with the
I didn't
internet
notice
or the
anything.
connection. Okay.
Um,
Hopefully it's my side.
yeah. Well, but what I'm saying, basically, what I'm getting to is, we all have a part in our communities, and like I was saying, we're not really there to judge who is not somebody who's, you know, capable of being on our show in any means other than the fact of, we just want to know what it is that you'd be willing to talk about, and what sustenance you'd be able to give to your community, because we know that this show ultimately, you're going to blast it out to your following, we're going to blast it out to our followings, all of the 137 different channels, stations that we're, being put on. And ultimately, we want your message to be um, talk to your community as much as we can, is really get your local sense to your name. The understanding that you're there for your community, that you're doing something for your community. I just spoke with one of my buddies yesterday. I'm really hoping to have him on here soon in the near future. He's running an amazing business that supports veterans, and he's being big. I mean, he's making big deals with these big corporations, and it's like, what he's offering is a lot of opportunity for veterans that have no idea what they're doing with themselves, or have gone through, different traumas and need the help and the support. Like, it would be a phenomenal opportunity to have him on the show because of the things he can talk about. So if you feel like you have something you're doing in your community, something you're doing with your business, your organization, whether it be a non-for-profit or for-profit, whether it be, you know, you doing something, helping your, going around doing neighborhood watch, whatever it is, we would love to hear from you. So, if you're doing something big, you're part of something big, come and check out our sponsorships, because we can ultimately help get your name out there with these quick ads, these quick you know uh, commercials and stuff. And if you want to be on the show and come onto our show, really get your face out there, really get your name out there. That's what we're striving to do. Is we want to help other people, other entrepreneurs, other community leaders to be able to be known, because there's a lot of people out there that don't know how to do it. They're afraid to do it. They you know just don't want to be known because of whatever reason. But the truth is we're the ones who are making a big difference in this world by having ownership of different businesses, of having ownership of opportunity for people to be, you know, having employment opportunity or healthcare opportunities, or whatever, because we're the ones who are, you know, directing it as entrepreneurs, as business owners. So, if you really feel like you're doing something great for your community, come out here and speak about it. Talk about it, because your community will boom once you start talking about your community. Once you start showing them that love and that respect. It's a big thing. You notice it about Logan Paul. I mean, Logan Paul has become huge with his podcast, the number one podcast in the world, he claims, every time he comes on. It's because he is about it with every bit of his his stuff that he does. I mean, he brings all of the people from his community that you would never expect him to talk to, or to be around, and he comes and has a conversation with them. He wants to truly see what they're about. So, come out here, show your community what you're about, who you are. Show them your law as a community.
That was beautifully said, my dear.
Thank you.
Um, all right. Is there anything else? We talked about the sponsorships. What else are we going to talk about tonight? We're about out of time.
We were going to talk about us a little bit. What we've been doing, what our business is about. Still, I mean, we've been, for the last couple of weeks. We went to a couple different events, a couple different markets, vending opportunities. We've made candles, we made paintings, we made wire wraps. We did tarot readings. It's quite a bit, and uh, we ended up going to first the Goblin Market, which was really cool, really rad in Lubbock.
Yes.
And that, that in itself was neat because A lot of people were dressed up in some sort of medieval style clothing. I got to bring out my old medieval looking hood, and everything is just a hood. I had to take some 550 cord and make it to where I could actually wear it.
Side note, I do have a new link for us to apply to be a guest since we were just talking about it. And we can definitely post it as well, but it's a whole Google form that you can go fill out to be our guest. And then we will email you and get that figured out. Sorry, go on. Yes, you were wearing your hood. You looked adorable, and you had to fix it.
Well, I mean, but ultimately, I mean, it was nice because we got to be a part of this community. That's, I mean, to us, it's local. It's 2 hours away from us, but I mean,
it's as local as you get around here when you're in New Mexico.
We're in a small podunk town, so I mean, anything local is a distance. But basically, we went to this and we had a great experience. We met a lot of really cool people. It was really cool actually because while we were there, met a guy. I'm gonna name him off. I know he might be watching the show at some point. But Nathan Kennison, good dude. He he's very interesting character, really cool. The first thought and vibe I got off of him was dude's like real life Clark Kent, basically. I mean, he's a reporter for the Daily Torrent at the university, whatnot, and
that's just
I think he
you've
did.
Just been watching too much Smallville. You need
well,
to
yeah,
stop.
and he's got glasses and a little hair thing. So like when he talk about like it was just perfect, man. But this dude like ultimately like he was great because while they're at the event, like out of everybody, he decided to sit me down and talk with me for a moment and interview me, for their local journalism. So that's why I feel like I really want to just put his name out there today because my name might be somewhere in his documents now, for his journalism. So kudos to you, man. But
there you go.
Anyways, he's out there.
It was a really great time.
It was a great time because everybody there is building their community. He was building his community. He wasn't a part of the event. He came just show up so he can do something for his journalism, which he's only been doing for like a couple months, he said, or something like that. Like it's his first semester. So, like that was a really cool thing. He said he does it to go to these events so he can meet people, so he could build his community. It's awesome. And like I looked up his Instagram. He has like filming stuff that he does. Like he's an entrepreneur of all different sorts. It's crazy.
That's awesome. We should definitely
hit him like up. He does lawyer stuff. He does like multiple different things. So the fact that being there, we met people like him who's doing so many things for his community, so many things in his community. There's the lady who was running it. She was super sweet, super kind, always running back and forth, making sure that Hanna had some snacks and stuff because, well, okay, I can't hold it back anymore. I'm sorry, I can't.
No, babe. You can. Nope, you can. Thank you and good night. Okay. That's okay. I will end our show right there.
Okay. Yes, my camera's frozen.
Anyways,
I'm just kidding.
The whole thing you wanted to talk about tonight is you were talking about we've been going to the markets and everything, and that's what we've been doing.
Okay.
Go on.
So, yes, the lady there who was running it, super sweet. Always making sure that, there were snacks, there were drinks. Not only that, but she had the food cart. Like there was a lemonade stand food cart, and there was another food cart. One of the food carts got sold out. Boom, sold out over there. It was awesome, and they gave me a free little complimentary cup of coffee because of the fact that they sold out, and I came running up to them for food, and they're like, "Nope, sold out. Sorry." So that was really neat, and it's cool because the owners
Yeah.
of the lemonade stand, the guy does construction work as well, so he's building his community, while he's also running a lemonade stand, and they're doing like amazing flavors and everything. What I don't know where the
Okay,
card is. I
no,
wish I had it on me, but
no, I talked to
you
her
know,
the other night, and she runs it, and he helps.
well, yeah, but I mean, they're the owners of it.
Yeah,
They're
but
married.
she mainly does it, but he
Okay,
helps because he does
but it's
construction.
still
That's
their
what she told me.
business. It's still their business. Yeah. But anyways,
See, I
uh,
got the right story.
okay. But anyways, the all I'm saying is basically we've been building our community. We've been going to these events. We've been building the Crystal Dragon Illumination community. But along the way, we've also been, while we're there, we gave out my cards. We also gave out the Laws of Life cards of Blanca's, while we gave out Hanna's Crystal Dragon Illumination cards. So we're not just building our business community. We're also helping Blanca. She didn't ask us to put out her business cards for her. She didn't ask us to take them to these markets and go, hey, put these business cards out to people. She's our good friend and producer, and like we collaborate with her in Oasis Fundamentals. But I mean, that's something that ultimately we had a stack, and I was like, why do I just have this stack I'm holding on to and I don't go and actually hand them out at this market? Because that will help. Like, all these people are entrepreneurs of all different sorts, and they might need some marketing. They might need a webcast. They might need a show like this. So I started handing out her cards. Everybody loved it. I mean, one lady actually put down Hannah's Crystal Dragon Illumination card, which was funny because that's what we were doing there. Like, it was for her business. And she took
It
Oasis
was a
Fundamentals
market
and
of a bunch of like.
Blanca's witchy people. And
Mm-hmm.
so, like, yeah, so it didn't make any sense. Everything was holistic, and her stuff is holistic care. So, it was kind of funny. But she
To
took
each his
Blanca's
own.
card. And then the next event we went to just this last week, it was amazing. I mean, there weren't a lot of people that showed up, but the people that did were really cool. And there were a couple DJs, like a couple people doing music, doing live music. And one of the DJs, like, he dude, he was cool. He did multiple different things. Um, I could all okay. So his name is Flux with Flow on Instagram, or Scry Babies. But he's a really cool dude. I'm throwing out his name right there just because it's off the top of my head right now. But he was really cool because he automatically he reached out to me and he's like, hey man, you know we we should definitely do something. We should collaborate or something. Just because I went up to him and told him, like, you're really cool. And then he asked if we're the ones with the tarot cards. I was like, yeah. And he's like, well, I actually do all that too. That's really cool. Maybe we can possibly collaborate. And then he, was saying he also does clothing. He does music. He's a producer. He's a DJ. He does all these different things. So it was really cool because I write lyrics, and all that. So we're building our community. It was really cool. So if there's anything that you can get from this episode today, look within yourself, what you're doing, what you really like, what you're enjoying, what your passion, your vision, your thing is, and go out there and build your community. Build your community, because it's nobody else's community but yours. I mean, it's all of ours, but we're all a part of our own. We're in our own story. So, it's our community when it's our life. So it's your community. Go out there and build it. Go out there and be a part of it, and really, really, make a name for yourself. So that's all I really got to say. I'm sorry. I've said a lot tonight.
It's normal. It's fine. Still love you. I'm
I love
just
you too.
grabbing that one line that you said. It's something about. I'll have to listen back. I can't remember now. I, you know, I can't remember. Something community. Go build it.
Let's grow
All
together.
right. Yeah, I like that one. Mostly because I like plants. I just like
I mean,
plants.
if you just imagine that the whole human race is just one root system of a big old tree, the tree of community, tree of life. That's
But
really what it is. Yep.
all right. Well, I think we have used up enough of the good people's time. What do you think? Or should we go on about anything
I
else?
think
Is there
so
anything
too.
else?
It's well, no, I mean, I think we covered most of the bases. You didn't really get to talk. If you want to talk about what you're doing on your end, I think that would be amazing. But you're trying to rush it off, even though we're over time. So if it's over time, we
Not
really should.
not even though we're over time, only because we're over time. I mean,
That's what I'm saying. I'm giving
I do
myself
the
some
same
hard
thing
time
as
right now
you.
because
I do the
I
same
talked
thing
too
as you. I
much.
do everything with you. Oh, the only thing we do need to let our viewers know is that we're going to be off a couple weeks this month.
Ooh, we're gonna be off a couple
Yeah.
weeks this month.
Yeah. Didn't we decide we were taking next week off of the show? Or no?
I mean, I thought we were gonna talk with Blanca about that first. Did you?
Well, we didn't get to. No. I forgot to talk to Blanca
Then
before.
I would have. Then I would have just waited because
Nah, it's fine.
that's not a guarantee. I mean, here's the thing: we don't work for them, so I'm not. But 10x community is why we started our businesses, why we got everything started, how we met Blanca is because we went to a 10x event,
Mm-hmm.
Elena Cardone's, and we're going to the
I just
Growth
roll my
Con.
eyes because you turn your hat
We're going to
around.
we're going to the Growth Con. Okay,
It's
uh,
gonna be awesome.
this coming week in Las Vegas. It's gonna be amazing. It's gonna be fantastic. Huge community building opportunity there. Huge community building opportunity there.
Yes,
And
conferences are a
this is
great time
really like,
to network.
once again, okay, so self-empowerment week. If this is a self-empowerment episode, I mean, what better than to end it with the idea of self-investment, because that's what we did. Okay, we did a lot of self-investment last year. Last year was a lot of self-investment. Okay, and this year we're going to be reaping from it. Okay,
And this
that's
podcast
something I
was part of
believe.
that.
This podcast was a huge part of it. Yeah, we so just if you like, if you really like want to build your community, one way to do it is go to events. That's the one thing that I'm going to say is, you know just go to events. We went to markets, like I said. We've gone to all those events, all the 10x events this last year, towards the end of the year. Plus we're going to this Growth Con. We went to the Global Vision Conference recently. That was amazing,
That was
fantastic. That
amazing.
was that was that was amazing, fantastic,
Wait, hold on. Do
mind
it again.
blowing, amazing, fantastic. I hope Johnny's here. uh, but it's for real. Go to these events. You'll meet amazing, beautiful people. You'll meet people that will become your greatest friends for the rest of your life. I mean, this last event we went to, the Global Vision Conference, we made friends with some amazing people that we hope to be friends with for the rest of our lives. Like, they treated us so like with the best hospitality that anyone can be treated with. Shout out to Hey, like you guys are amazing. You guys are fantastic. Like, just go out there and really build your community, because Like you'll have no idea what it's like to go out and or to build a community until you go to events, till you get out of your house, till you get off of, you know, scrolling and just doing things that aren't going out and actually constructive towards your community building. I mean, I know this from experience because I've had an issue with it myself. I mean, for so long at times I've closed in and shut down, and you know, it just gets me crabby and nobody wants to be around me in those moments, around that time, like those times in my life, you know. And it's the truth. You destroy your community when you get boxed in your own little space for so long. If you don't get out and just go and do something and be a part of something and go and socialize. I mean, humans are social beings. We are social organisms. We are not meant to be alone in our own little boxes, just like on a TV screen all day, every day, or on a telephone screen all day, every day. We're not meant to be. We're meant to be outside. We're meant to be in our community. We're meant to be doing things in a social situation. I'm a person with extreme social anxiety. I shake all the time when I'm around other people, especially those that I don't know and I'm just meeting. I'm like a chihuahua. I have such terrible anxiety and adrenaline rush through my veins all day, every day. But going out there and just being around other people, even if it's painful at first, it starts to feel nice. And it starts to really build, like, you know, that feeling of self-love and self-care. And that's how you are able to then pass it on. So go and socialize, go and be a part of your community, and hopefully come and join ours. And that's what I'm
Yes,
going to end it
most
on.
definitely. Oh, and
So,
on that note, I think we said something about it earlier, but you can go and subscribe to get an update to be reminded about Laws of Community going live now. So be sure to check
yes,
that
we
out
got a landing page
at
up.
the link down over that way.
Check
Thank
out
you.
the link right there.
Alrighty, I guess that'll wrap it up for tonight, right?
Yep.
Alrighty.
Love you, everybody. Thank you for joining
Thank you.
us this week. And next week, hopefully, I'm going to reach out to him tonight. My homie Richard. Hopefully, I'll have my buddy Richard on. And some of you guys might know who he is. Some of you guys might not. But love you guys. Till then.
Week. Is it alright? It's the third week? Oh my goodness, it is.
Yeah.
I'm going to see. Alrighty, I
Time
guess.
goes by fast.
We'll figure it out. Alright, we'll see you guys next week, I guess.
Yeah.
Bye,
Later,
guys.
Bye.